Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, I had to switch the stream on you there. If you're just joining us, you probably don't know what I mean, but if you were over in the other stream, I kind of switched it up a little bit. So I had a change of plans. Wanted to do Leilani Simon tonight, but got some really big news in Elijah Vue's case. So I kind of wanted to, pop on and do that because it's been a while since we've talked about Elijah. I'd say it's been not that long, it's been within the month, I would say, but it's been a little while since I've given you guys an update. The last that we were talking about with this case was I was refreshing the docket every day to see if they had added any charges onto it. And they had not at the time. So they do now. They do have some charges added. I didn't actually see it on the docket. Let me go back over there and let me double check. Did I really exit out that earlier? I bookmarked it. I bookmarked everything though. Oh, there it is. Because I don't think they've actually added them onto their like in the case search whenever you do like a case search. So let me go double check really quick. But we do have the affidavit that came out, and it's going to tell us a lot more than what we knew. Seems like I was reading through it a little bit beforehand. Now, yeah, see, he's still on paper. Let me pull this up for you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Under the Wisconsin Circuit Court, Manitowoc County is where this is located. It says that he is still chronic neglect of a child and a party to a crime, but those charges are now upped. But if you're not sure who we're talking about and you're new to the case, Elijah Vue is a 3-year-old from Wisconsin Dells. He vanished February 20th, approximately. And he was not found until September. And he was found near 2 rivers. And those were skeletal remains that were found. The community in this case has really rallied for this little boy. They're completely devastated. But I'm glad that he has those people. And he also has the Elijah's father's family to come fall back on. Because this is a really sad case. This is a really, really sad case. Everybody messes up. But welcome in, everybody. Let me say hi to some of you guys before I jump on into things. I'm just so excited. And thank you for the happy birthdays. I saw them in the chat. I appreciate it. And I meant to bring in, Mary Beth got me a couple of gifts. I meant to bring them in. I forgot, but it's so cute. One of them is like a pillowcase with a Weimaraner on it. And it looks just like Mia. I was like, Mia, look at you. And then what was the other? Oh, and then a mug. And the mug is so funny. It made me cry. She wrote it was like of the point of view if there was the dogs that got me the mug. That's how I read it. And I was just like, this is really sweet. Vincent even said, he's like, both of those things are for you from Mary Beth. He's like, that's really nice. I said, I know. As I'm like crying, because I thought it was just so sweet. But I appreciate it. Thank you, Faith. I really did appreciate that. I was waited till the last to open it too. I was like, nothing left to open. And so I was like, I'm gonna wait a little longer. I was letting the anticipation build, And Vincent took me out today and we had a great time. We went to a couple stores. I didn't really make him go into too many stores today because I want him to be good to go to the pumpkin patch on Saturday. I want to go to pumpkin patch. So he got me a new charm for my Pandora bracelet, my first gold one. I have the rose gold, but not the gold. Now I got the gold jacket, purse, outfits today. I mean, he spoiled me. He spoils me every day. He did go into Target with me though today and let me look around. He didn't say a word. Just let me frolic all along in there. Now he said, just wait a little while. My mom's sending you something. I said, what's she sending? So it should be here in the next couple days. My favorite things are cards to get. Those are my favorite. I love a good card every day of the week. Hey, Cat's Life. Hey, Mr. Rosebud. I do like a good card. Me and Vincent actually, if you guys were on the channel last year for Christmas, you know how far we took the cards. Like we were doing like pop-up cards as sang music, and like I did this one, it was like a box. I don't know. They have some really cool different cards out there that you can give. You know who I miss? Riddler. Remember Riddler? Riddler hasn't sent me a card in a while. I need to get a hold of Riddler. I need to write that down. Let me write that down. Because I got a hold of them. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was. It was like, and if you don't know, he was a regular in here. He was just taking some time off. It's probably been a couple months, but I'm going to reach out again. I just want to make sure he's okay. And thanks, Graham. Hit that like if you haven't already. And I'm taking my good old time in getting down there tonight. So welcome in, everybody. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you guys. It really is. It wouldn't have been my birthday if I didn't come online. Me too, Linda. This is a good update. This is a really good update. And I don't know if Sirius is in here, but Sirius left me a really nice comment. DM, I saw your email. Thank you. That was so sweet. Oh yeah, Faith, good old Vincent. He always does the best. He does like the absolute best. I think I need to teach him the happy birthday song though. I don't think he knows it. I think that's why he's never sang it to me, because he always looks it up. And he's like, am I supposed to be singing with this? I'm like, well, yeah. And he's like, happy birthday. I laughed so hard because you just got to know him. So I wonder if like maybe they, they didn't sing happy birthday. I don't know. We're from two different backgrounds completely. So it's always like nice to learn about him and stuff, and just those little things that I didn't know, I'm like, does he even know the birthday song? Because I mean, he really was a sheltered kid. Sirius is awesome. I love you, Mary Beth. You're a very good friend. You're a very good person. You had me in my, I was tearing up. It was a cute cup. No, I can't remember what it says. I'm about to go grab the cup. But it was like, like we're so glad you're our mom. And it said, what did it say? It said, if someone else was our mom, we would bite them in the ass and then come back to you. And it said, love Araya, or love Mia and Araya. And it was the cutest mug. I will be using that. I meant to bring it in tonight because I was going to drink with it. I forgot to bring it in with me. This is a good chat, Faith. We have a really good chat. Hey, Garrett. Where's Nick the Bat? I promise you, I think that boy is in jail. I've been saying that for a couple of days now. I don't know. Just my spidey senses, like, he hasn't been online since October 5th. We're supposed to get daily alerts, but we didn't get any. Really? Today's your mom's birthday? She's 60 something. Oh my gosh. You could get her anything. I mean, she 10. Oh, she would love anything. I'm trying to think. I'm a big fan of like, I'm trying to think. Like, I like clothes. See, but that's kind of hard to buy for your mom. I would do like flowers, like a pretty arrangement. Something like that. I'm trying to think of what my mom would have wanted. But my mom would have wanted a 12-pack and a handle of vodka. I love her dearly, but my mom was an alcoholic, so I think she would want alcohol. I don't know. What would you guys want? Or a gift card to her favorite restaurant? Yeah. That would be nice. That would be. We ate out tonight. Well, we eat out, but we eat out here because 7 years ago, I didn't want to get ready. And it's like that every year. Like I went out in this 2-piece outfit today. I was like, I'm not even dressed enough for my birthday. And then I pulled my hair back a little bit ago. Pedicure, that'd be great too. Garrett. You got the ideas. Got the ideas. Pedicure would be nice. Or like a massage. That would be nice. I used to make my mom dinner every year, whatever she wanted. I was a chef before. Oh, really? Oh, wow, Wizard. Would never known. My uncle was a chef before, too. Oh, he makes... I'm the pickiest eater. And everything that he makes, I like it. Like, I don't ever say there's never been a time that I haven't liked what my uncle's cooked. He's always been a really good cook. So there's nothing on here. I talked to Katrina's earlier too. I didn't see anything under her name. So I'll be looking to see when and where, they decide to put these charges on. But I wanted to show you this article. I have to grab some water if I'm going to be reading. Oh, yes, of course. So basically, Elijah Vue was a 3-year-old little boy from Wisconsin. His mom had custody of him. She decided that she wanted little Elijah. Sorry, I'm fixing my chair. She decided she wanted Elijah to become a man at 3. So she sent him off to this guy, Jesse Vang's house. Well, Jesse Vang is Katrina's boyfriend, and he was punishing him every chance he got. He wasn't feeding him right. He was giving him like bottle food at 3, like formula. The last meal that we know that he ate, well, according to Jesse Vang, was some shredded wheat. Like, who the hell likes shredded wheat with no milk at 3? Nobody likes that. No one likes that at any age, without milk. Actually, I do kind of sometimes. So he would have, the forms of punishment would be, he would have him stand up in the corner or stand at the end of the bed saying that he was sorry to his mom, repeating that, or praying. He would throw him in a cold shower. He would not change his diaper but once a day. He was doing all the things, and he was abusing the boy. He was hitting them as well. There's marks that we've heard of now, and I don't think we've seen them, but we've heard of them. And they're brutal. I mean, they're from his face all the way down his body. So something happened. The last proof of life that we have for Elijah Vue, that in my opinion, and this is my opinion, is that February 16th video when they go into that auto parts store or restaurant or whatever it is. I forget where they're at. They go into a store and there's a camera. So that's, in my opinion, that's, the last proof of life. He did go missing on February 20th, right around the same time as Sebastian. And he was found just last month. So we've been waiting on these charges. What are the charges we're getting ready? That's what we're getting ready to go over. You made it just in time. He was so cute. He did look like Quentin. Yeah. They reminded me alike, like their ages and stuff. And similar in ages, and just the way that they were just dealt a shitty hand, and kids shouldn't be dealt shitty hands like this. Like, this shouldn't happen to kids. Like, this shouldn't happen to anybody, but this is sad. That's why, I know that, of course, Leilani is dealing with the kid too, but I was like, we got to switch it over tonight because this is pretty big. So it says the brief. It just gives you a little bit of what's going on. On Thursday, October 17th, Two Rivers Police updated the public on the investigation into the death of Elijah Vue. Vue's mother, Katrina Baur, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, have been criminally charged in connection to Vue's death. The remains of Elijah Vue were found about 3 miles from where he went missing. And we'll watch this video here. It's like a couple minutes long.
Start with breaking news from Two Rivers. We have new charges against the mother of Elijah Vue and her boyfriend.
Now the 3-year-old boy disappeared in February. His remains were discovered in September. Stephanie Quirk is in the newsroom with the new details.
Yeah, guys, prosecutors officially charged Vue's mother, Katrina Baur, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, in connection to the young boy's death. Now, Vang is charged with physical abuse of a child, repeated acts causing death, and Baur is charged with chronic neglect of a child, repeated acts causing death. Both Vang and Baur are also charged with hiding a corpse and obstructing an officer. For background on this, Vue went missing from his home in Two Rivers back on February 20th. Early last month, skeletal remains were discovered near Christy Bob Lane in Manitowoc County and were later confirmed to belong to Vue. Court filings say investigators recovered surveillance video which shows Vang retrieving a dark suitcase near St. Vincent de Paul in February. Less than a minute after, investigators say the video shows Vang driving off. Investigators say Vue's DNA was later found in that suitcase, and law enforcement later drove from Vang's apartment to where Vue's remains were found, in which they passed the St. Vincent de Paul.
Elijah was a young boy whose life was tragically cut short, and his death has impacted not only his loved ones, but Two Rivers, the Two Rivers Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, our partners in the FBI and Department of Justice, Criminal Investigations, and other agencies who have worked tirelessly on this case.
Now, the district attorney anticipates there will be a bail hearing tomorrow for Baur and Vang. We're live in the newsroom. Stephanie Quirk, Fox 6.
So many different court trials going on right now. Like, what in the bloody, really? We got Richard starting tomorrow, Delphi. Boone starting tomorrow. She ain't getting her snacks, by the way. Sorry. And now we've got this. I need another. I have 2 monitors there. We could totally do it. I would just be running around. That would be something else, wouldn't it? But this is exciting news because, unfortunately, Elijah Vue's we're never going to get him back, but charging Katrina and Jesse. And I hope that they charge Katrina with a little bit more. She needs to have the same damn charges that Jesse Vang. They need to have the same charges because they were both culpable in what happened to that little boy. They were both. If it wasn't for Katrina, he would never been alone with Jesse Vang. She's literally the reason for all of this. So I'm going to play this video here, and then I'm going to read over the documents instead of reading this, like all this stuff. But I'm going to tell you what she's been charged with. So Katrina has been charged with chronic neglect of a child. Consequence is death. Child neglect and obstructing an officer. Jesse Vang, which is the boyfriend, he's been charged with physical abuse of a child, repeated acts, causing death, hiding a corpse, and obstructing an officer. Now, I cannot wait to read these documents because I want to know if they have the vehicle. Remember the gold car they were looking for? They've never told us anything about the gold car anymore. We haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, he is in heaven. This little boy made it there for sure. These are the officers here.
Good afternoon. Thank you for attending today's press briefing.
I have it up all the way. Kind of quiet.
My name is Captain Andrew Rates. Last name is spelled R-A-A-T-Z. And I'm the Public Information Officer for the Two Rivers Police Department. We are here today to update you on the investigation of the tragic death of Elijah Vue. Elijah has been our top priority since he was reported missing on February 20th of this year. Since the discovery of Elijah's remains last month, law enforcement and the District Attorney's Office has worked diligently to bring those responsible for his death to justice. Today, you will hear from Manitowoc County District Attorney Jacqueline LeBray. First name is spelled Jacalyn. Last name is spelled Labre. She will relay some important information in our goal of bringing justice for Elijah. After hearing from DA LeBray, we will not be taking any questions. However, You will be provided with a packet that will contain all the information that we can share at this time. David Lee.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. My name is Jacqueline Labrie, and I serve as District Attorney for Manitowoc County. Today, I want to provide an update on the tragic events surrounding the death of Elijah Vue. After thorough investigation by law enforcement, the Manitowoc County District Attorney's Office has issued charges in connection with the death of Elijah. Jesse Vang is being charged with physical abuse of a child, repeated acts causing death, hiding a corpse, and obstructing an officer. Katrina Baur is being charged with chronic neglect of a child, consequences death, child neglect, and obstructing an officer. Both Jesse Vang and Katrina Baur are presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. A copy of the criminal complaint filed today will be available after this briefing, and I anticipate that a bail hearing will be tomorrow at 12:45 p.m. before the court commissioner in Manitowoc County. Bail will be set at that.
Well, I'm going to probably say he's going to revoke their bail. His judge is great. I don't know if they're going to go in front of the same judge, but the judge they have, I like him.
Time, as well as an initial appearance schedule. This is an incredibly tragic situation that has shaken our community. My thoughts and deepest condolences go out to Elijah's family, who are enduring unimaginable pain. Elijah was a young boy whose life was tragically cut short, and his death has impacted not only his loved ones, but the Two Rivers Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, our partners in the FBI and Department of Justice Criminal Investigations, and other agencies who have worked tirelessly on this case. Our priority has always been to ensure a fair and just process, and today's announcement is a reflection of our commitment to upholding the law and seeking justice for Elijah. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the diligent work of law enforcement who has been investigating this case since the beginning. Also, the District Attorney's Office staff who have been working with law enforcement since the day Elijah disappeared. This has been a complex investigation involving meticulous review of hundreds of pages of police reports, video evidence, and other materials. The charges we have filed today reflect that diligent and thorough work. As we move forward with these proceedings, I ask the public to respect the legal process. It is essential to remember that those charged are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I also ask that the media and the public respect the privacy of Elijah's family as they navigate this heartbreaking time. While I will not comment further on the details of the case out of respect for the ongoing judicial process, I assure you that we remain committed to working with law enforcement to hold those responsible for his death accountable. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
She
David.
does.
We'd like
She
to thank the
does.
Manitowoc County District Attorney's Office.
Mary Beth has been
our
asking
partner
about
law
you.
enforcement agencies, the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation, DCI, the FBI, Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, as well as all the other agencies that have assisted us at the local, state, and federal level. In addition, we'd like to thank all the private volunteer groups that provided search efforts and resources, our community, our extended community across the nation for the continued support in our investigation and our goal of bringing justice for Elijah. As I stated earlier, we have a packet for each of you containing the criminal complaint, related statute excerpts, as well as transcripts from today's briefing that will provide you with critical information. We'd like to thank you once again for your time this afternoon. This will conclude today's press briefing.
I was trying to put a banner up before I started reading to you guys. Okie dokie.
Today, Israel confirmed.
Hey, not you. What? Not you. I was just moving pages. Jeez Louise. Vice President lady was like, I'm coming right on here. Did you get to go, Mary Beth? To see Annie Elise? Yeah, she came in right at the great time, like best time, 2020. Because everybody was home, everybody was subscribing, everybody was watching. You know what I mean? Like I wish I would have done something like that back when I was just sitting here. Like I did like 2 videos. I wish I would have been a little smarter there with that. But I wasn't. So there are different, like I said, there are different charges for each, Katrina and Jesse, but they are on the same document this time. And last time, I believe they were on separate documents. But it says State of Wisconsin versus Katrina Baur, Jesse Vang. I normally will download these and, have them highlighted for you, but tonight I didn't have a chance to do that because we were going to do Leilani Simon. So what we were going to do tonight was just watch the court proceeding, which would have been, easier on me. But this is much juicier, in my opinion, right now, because this little boy, he needs some more people to stand up for him. I think that Quentin is covered for tonight, at least. And then we will cover that tomorrow because I want to know all about Daniel Youngkin's testimony. The defense is going to question him. So I'm excited to see that. So this is for little Elijah Vue. I didn't even say where it's like what they weigh. 5'2", 150. She's 5'5", 119. Okay. As to Jesse Vang, count 1, physical abuse of a child, repeated acts causing death, repeater. These are, and the reason why he's being charged with these, I mean, not the only reason, but the major reason is because he told on himself. I mean, he really did. The above named defendant did between January 1st, 2024 and February 20th, 2024, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did commit repeated acts of physical abuse involving the same child. Victim 1, date of birth 8/20/2020. And you're going to, you're like, victim child 1. There's a victim child 2 because Katrina has 2 children. Unfortunately, there's another victim. Where at least 3 of the acts were violations of the section. It gives the section numbers of Wisconsin stats, and at least 1 violation caused the death of the child, contrary to section. Gives the sections. A Class A felony, and upon conviction shall be sentenced to imprisonment for life. And further invoking the provisions of section 939.62 of Wisconsin, because the defendant is a repeater, having been convicted of 3 misdemeanor offenses on separate occasions in 5 years or 1 felony in 5 years, which convictions remain of record and unreversed, the maximum term of imprisonment for the underlying crime may be increased by not more than 2 years if the prior convictions were for misdemeanors, and by not more than 6 years if the prior convictions was for felonies. Like the 1, 2, 3 rule, you're out. Like in Florida, I believe that they do that rule. You get 3 felony convictions and you're in jail for life. Yeah, he's small. He's a small guy. I'm going to try to keep my eye over on here so I can see both chat. The chat better. So count 2, hiding a corpse, repeater. I just thought of something. Jan's in the chat and it's my birthday. That's like a birthday present to me. Look at that. I just thought of that. It's my lucky day. Count 2, hiding a corpse, repeater. The above named defendant did between February 19th and February 20th, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did hide a corpse with the intent to conceal a crime, contrary to the sections, a class F felony, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $25,000 or imprisoned not more than 12 years and 6 months, or both. And further invoking the provisions, because the defendant is a repeater, having been, I won't read all that again, but these are all going to be the same. About they could be increased for 2 years if the convictions were misdemeanors, and then 6 years if they were felonies. Count 3, obstructing an officer. The above named defendant did between February 20th, 2024 and February 21st, 2024 in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer while such officer was doing an act of official capacity and with lawful authority obstructed officers, contrary to the sections, a Class A misdemeanor, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or in prison not more than 9 months, or both. Okay. Count 2, count 3. Okay. Now, as to Katrina Baur, count 4, chronic neglect of a child, consequences death. The above named defendant on or between January 1st and February 20th, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, being a person responsible for the welfare of a child. Victim child 1, date of birth 8/20/2020, through her action/failure to take action for reasons other than poverty, did neglectfully fail to provide necessary care, necessary food, necessary clothing, necessary medical care, and necessary shelter, so as to seriously endanger the physical, mental, and emotional health of the child, and the child suffered death as a consequence, and the actor is guilty of chronic neglect as he to wit, contrary to the sections, and upon conviction may be sentenced to a term of imprisonment not to exceed 60 years. She can get all 60 of them. Wow. Didn't even know there was like a charge like that. I don't know. I mean, I knew there was a chronic neglect of a child, but the way that they word that, I hope she reads that over and over and over. You failed. You failed. You failed big time. You're a big failure, Katrina. And, Jesse Vang, he's a big failure too. He couldn't get nothing right neither. Count 5, neglecting a child. I wish there was like a place where you could just put all of the people that hurt children, just all in one little prison. Count 5, neglecting a child. Specified harm did not occur and child has a disability. The above named defendant on or about Wednesday, February 14th, Manitowoc County, being a person responsible for the welfare of a child, victim child 2, date of birth 5/21/2017, through her action/failure to take action for reasons other than poverty, did neglectfully fail to provide necessary care and necessary shelter, so as to seriously endanger the physical, mental, or emotional health of the child, and the nature and probable consequences of this violation would be harm under the Wisconsin stats. Although the harm did not actually occur and the child, contrary to the sections, Wisconsin stats, a class 1 felony, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or in prison not more than 3 years and 6 months or both. Pretty sure this is when they were referring to when she left her daughter in the cold car so that she could go into the house with Jesse Vang and make some Valentine's Day love. So she says, to Jesse, there's text messages like, should I leave my car running? Maybe it'll look like somebody just running their vehicle or he says maybe someone will just think that they're running the vehicle before work. And she's like, no, I better turn it off. Like she was adamant about turning it off. She turned it off and left her child in there. So what's that? 7-year-old child? Count 6, obstructing an officer. This is when she lied. The above named defendant did between February 20th and February 21st in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer while such officer was doing an act in an official capacity and with lawful authority, obstructed officers contrary to the sections, a Class A misdemeanor, and upon conviction, she can get $10,000 or in prison not more than 9 months. Count 7, obstructing an officer. I want to get down to here so we can get the probable cause. That's where I want to be. Okay. The above named defendant did between February 20th and the 21st in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, did knowingly obstruct an officer. Same thing that they just said in the first one. My dog's been doing that coughing thing again all of a sudden. What's wrong with her? You okay, Raya? You know that you're laying on that bed upside down, right? She don't care. She flipped it upside down. You want me to fix it for you? I mean, it's still like nice material on that side, but she's been making those, like, those little weird noises. Yeah. Oh, if Jan ever wanted it back, she would have it. She could have it back. I just knew she was busy with life. But I'm glad she's here. Don't ever leave us. Probable cause. Now we have read the original probable cause on the channel, I think twice or 3 times. We've read it a few times. So I should be able to know what's kind of different in this and what would be new information compared to old information. But if you hear something and you're like, hey, I never knew about that, let me know in the chat, because then I could be like, wait, maybe we didn't hear that. So probable cause, the complainant alleged he is informed by the reports of Megan Klumpian and Jacob Glacier, known to complainant to be officers with the Two Rivers Police Department, Michael Herman and Nate Stuber, known to complainant to be officers with the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, Eric Voland, Justin Reagan, Andrew Elia, and Brian Trowbridge. I'm butchering their name, sorry. Known to complainant to be officers with the Wisconsin Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation, DCI, Dr. Jordan Karster, known to complainant to be a biological anthropologist, Dr. Hillary Petska, known to complainant to be a pediatrician, and Adam Kovac, known to complainant to be a medical examiner. Of the following: on January 20th, 2024 at 10:59 a.m., officers from the Two Rivers Police Department were dispatched to 3918 Mishcot Road, Apartment 102, City of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, regarding a report of a missing child. The caller, Jesse Vang, reported that a child he had been babysitting, victim child 1, age 3, had gone missing. Vang informed law enforcement that he fell asleep while watching victim child 1. When Vang woke up, victim child 1 was missing. Vang then called 911. Victim child 1 was believed to be wearing black or gray sweatpants, a dark colored long sleeve shirt, and dinosaur shoes. Victim child 1's winter jacket was still at the residence. Victim child 1 was possibly carrying a red, white, and black checkered blanket. Vang informed responding officers that he resided at the apartment with child 3, his nonverbal, autistic 15-year-old son. Oh, nonverbal. And victim child 1, who has been staying with him periodically. Vang stated that victim child 1's mother, Katrina Baur, resided in the Wisconsin Dells area, and victim child 1's father is currently incarcerated. Baur is Vang's girlfriend. Vang initially identified victim child 1 as his nephew, but then clarified that there is no familial relation. Vang indicated that victim child 1 has been staying with him for as much as a week at a time and will go back and forth between him and Baur. Vang stated this arrangement had been going on for about a month. Yeah, the cops probably looking at him right then and there going, why do you got someone else's kid? I mean, really, I would. I'd be like, why you got someone else's kid? Let's see. Vang stated the arrangement had been going on for about a month. Vang said sometimes victim child 1 would go back with Baur for a few days or a week, and then Baur would bring him back. Vang stated victim child 1 stays with him so he can help Baur with victim child 1's bad behaviors. Vang stated victim child 1 had been with him this time since February 12th, 2024. Interviews of Jesse Vang. At approximately 1300 hours, Detective Herman Sorry. And Detective Jacob Glassier interviewed Vang at the apartment. At that time, Vang was in possession of child 3's cell phone and had it on speakerphone. I guess he could, have the phone, even though he's nonverbal, like text and stuff, I guess, I was just thinking, I don't know. You can do a lot more on a phone than just call, Tanya. So never mind. I was being a little ignorant there, I guess. Baur was identified as the party on the open line. Baur indicated she was driving to Two Rivers from Wisconsin Dells area with her 6-year-old daughter, victim child 2. Victim child 2 is diagnosed with autism. Baur stated victim child 1 was staying with Vang as he is helping her out as a male role model. Vang was asked about victim child 1's behavior issues. Vang explained that victim child 1 had been wearing his sister's dresses and walking around on his tippy toes. Detective Herman asked what bad behavior victim child 1 had exhibited. Baur interrupted and said that victim child 1 has been aggressive towards his sister and will steal things at the store. This is all new. I mean, this is pissing me off. How can your kid steal stuff at the store at 3 years old? You know what you do? You do the hands in the pockets trick. I mean, you keep your hands in your pockets. You don't touch anything. Take them out, put them back in. Wow. But if those things were even true, what's wrong with if you're a little boy and you grow up with like a sister, there may be a time in your life where you be putting on the heels or the dress or being like just a kid and just being like a kid. He's 3. So it says Vang said victim child 1 behaves better when he is with him. Vang stated that victim child 1 is afraid of him then corrected himself and stated that victim child 1 respects me. Vang stated they put victim child 1 here as punishment for his bad behavior. Man. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind just taking a second to hit the like button, do your girl solid. Vang stated that he had to play the bad role. Vang said his disciplines victim child 1 with timeouts, takes away items such as pizza and ice cream, and withholds milk as a punishment as well. Vang further stated that victim child 1 is scared of cold water, and Vang will give victim child 1 an ultimatum and ask him if he wants cold water. Vang denied following through with these ultimatums. Vang also indicated he makes victim child 1 stand as a form of punishment. Vang said he will tell victim child 1 to just stand there. Vang stated following his shower yesterday, victim child 1 just stood in the room with him. When asked if victim child 1 was being naughty yesterday, so he was made to stand in the bedroom, Vang stated no. Vang indicated the point was to make child 1 hate being here. I think that you just wanted to take a damn nap and you didn't want to watch him. So you told him to stand there and not move. Vang stated he napped for 1 to 2 hours. Vang said afterwards his brother AJ Vang stopped by around 2 p.m. and stayed for about 30 to 40 minutes. Vang said victim 1 was in a timeout and stayed in the bedroom while AJ was there. Well, damn. He was all morning he was in timeout, and in the afternoon he's in timeout. Is there a time he's not in timeout? No, there's not. Vang said after dinner around 5 or 5:30, he talked to Baur about watching a movie. Vang said he talks to Baur on the phone a lot, almost 24/7. Detective Herman asked where victim child 1 was at the time. Vang stated mostly he's just quiet. He stands there. Detective Herman asked if child victim 1 sat down at all, and Vang replied, he can, yeah. I usually make him stand up and pray. Vang added that he will tell victim child 1 to hold his prey, or say good boy or sorry mama. That's the worst one. Sorry mama. Sorry for what? You know? Vang stated he is trying to make victim child 1 understand that going home is like a privilege for him. Vang said victim child 1 was good between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. yesterday. So why did he make him stand in the room? Because he said his brother was there. Vang confirmed he made victim child 1 stand 2 to 3 hours without water. Vang added that the victim child 1 is fine and it's not like his knees are shaking and about to fall over, you know. Oh, thank you, Faith, for upgrading. I appreciate that. Thank you for upgrading your membership. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. That helps the channel. And I love this little channel of ours. Well, Faith, I'm glad that you're doing I'm glad you're doing better now. That's always good news. You know, just that's good news. That's good news. So Vang also indicated he makes victim child 1 stand as a form of punishment. Wait, I'm sorry. I already read that part. Vang continued to detail events from the day before. Vang stated he, victim child 1, and child 3 ate dinner. Later, after dinner, Vang said he watched a movie on Netflix called Ready Player One. At this time, Vang put victim child 1 in punishment and had him stand in the corner or by the bed near him. As Vang spoke, Baur interrupted and indicated that she felt the questions were irrelevant and asked, "Do I need an attorney?" Vang said as he watched the movie in his bedroom, victim child 1 usually stands at the foot of his bed praying. Vang described the praying as having the palms of his hands together in front of him and that so like this. It says he puts his, together in front of him and that he has also been teaching him to say, "Okay, mommy." Vang said he felt he had to play the bad parent. You're not even the and parent. You're not even the parent of this kid. Sorry. You're not even the parent. Like, why? Oh man, y'all are just evil people. Vang said he felt he had to play the bad parent. Vang said he let victim child 1 go to sleep around 8 or 8:30 p.m. on the futon in the living room. And I can only imagine this futon, futons are not comfortable. They're not. And this is like one of them cheap ass ones too. I could just see it now. The bars are coming up through it, it's got like this much padding on it. I can only imagine. Kind of like Quentin in the Pack and Play, It's crazy. It says here, victim child 1 gets pretty tired from standing. Vang said he spoke with Baur on the phone until around midnight. Vang indicated he woke up around 7:30 a.m. on February 20th, 2024, and got child 3 ready for school. Vang said he was gone for about 6 minutes to bring child 3 to the bus stop at the end of the parking lot at 7:55 a.m. Vang said that when he left, victim child 1 was still sleeping, and when he returned, he moved victim child 1 to his bedroom. Vang said he took a nap for 2 hours, and when he woke, victim child 1 was gone. Detective Herman asked questions about the clothing victim child 1 was wearing and victim child 1's blanket. Vang stated that Baur, "They are interrogating me. I told you they would." Baur then stated, "I know, that's why I said, do I need an attorney?" Detective Herman advised he was only attempting to obtain information. Detective Herman suggested they take a break, and he stepped away to make a phone call while Detective Lieutenant Glacier remained in the apartment. Yeah, he went outside to take a phone call saying these people are guilty of sin. Detective Herman did review the recording of the time he was out of the apartment. Detective Glacier asked if there was anywhere Baur thought victim child 1 might go. Baur indicated the Dollar General store or the White House I used to live at off VV. He could find the Dollar General from Jesse Vang's house. I mean, are you kidding me? The damn Dollar General. He's 3 years old. Baur then stated if victim child 1 got lost in the woods, she would not know. Well, we didn't ask about that. Vang then stated he felt the questions were being asked were making it like he was punishing victim child 1 too bad and that victim child 1 would rather just take off. Well, yeah, I would. Detective Herman returned to the apartment and was informed that Baur was turning onto Cord VV going through Shodo. Baur stated that she never was worried about the river. Vang explained that after the houses to the west, there is the river. Vang stated he wanted to smoke, so he went outside with Detective Herman. Vang later consented to come to TRPD to continue the interview. Vang indicated he did not have a vehicle that was currently running, so Detective Herman agreed to give him a ride. Baur again asked Vang if he should get an attorney. Vang said he would cooperate and then was transported to TRPD. She was probably like, damn, I'm going down now because he's cooperating. So all of these detectives continued to speak with Vang, advising him the goal was to obtain as much detail as possible to aid in finding victim child 1. Vang was informed he was not in custody, does not have to answer questions, and is free to go. Detective Herman asked Vang to continue where they had left off, and Vang advised that after moving victim child 1 to his bedroom, Vang took a nap. Vang said victim child 1 was praying and saying, "Sorry, Mama," while standing at the foot of Vang's bed. Vang said he woke up after a couple of hours and victim child 1 was not there, but the door was unlocked. Vang said he searched for victim child 1 and then called Baur, who told him to call the police. Vang denied taking sleeping medications that morning, but did confirm he drank a beer after TRPD arrived this morning. Law enforcement later located a sandwich bag containing marijuana in a drawer in Vang's kitchen. Who doesn't have a sandwich baggie of marijuana in their drawer in their kitchen? No, I'm just kidding. I don't. Maybe not the drawer in the kitchen, but probably somewhere. I don't think we're gonna blame him for that, but everything else. Vang continued to discuss how he punishes victim child 1. Vang again confirmed that he would punish victim child 1 by having him stand and pray. Vang stated that the main punishment was to stand in the corner and face the wall and pray. Vang said he would be by his bedroom door. Vang said for the first 2 weeks, victim child 1 would pray. This week, Vang was having victim child 1 say, "Sorry, Mommy." Vang was asked if victim child 1 did anything to have to stand and pray. Vang stated victim child 1 is naughty at home and victim child 1 is with him for punishment like boot camp. This is done to make victim child 1 feel like going home is a privilege. Vang confirmed that this is a plan that both Vang and Baur agreed upon. Vang was again asked if there was something victim child 1 did to need the corrective action taken. Vang replied the whole time he was here, he was supposed to be on punishment. Vang said that victim child 1 is made to stand for an hour at a time without sitting down. Vang said victim child 1 gets tired. Bet he does get tired. I would get tired. I mean, anybody would be tired. Vang indicated that victim child 1 still wore diapers, and this morning victim child 1 would still be wearing the diaper that Vang put on him the day before, right before victim child 1 went to bed. Vang said victim child 1 is not potty trained and he is trying to train him. Vang said victim child 1 cannot change his diaper himself. Vang changes victim child 1 at least once a day, but did not change his diaper today as he was tired. Vang was asked about toys for victim child 1. Vang said victim child 1 had a set of play tools at the apartment, but was not allowed to play with them in the 9 days he was with Vang. Vang again stated he was to be the bad parent. Vang also stated another punishment is that victim child 1 is not allowed to speak with Baur. The idea is to deprive victim child 1 of what he has so he is appreciative of them. Hey, Mia. Back here whistling. Vang also stated another punishment. Oh, I already read that part. Sorry. Lieutenant Oswald asked Vang what he thought happened to victim child 1. Vang said, I was thinking right away that he walked to someone who would sell him. Are you kidding? That's the dumbest answer you could have come up with. You're already dumb enough to freaking tell him, like, yeah, I punish them, make them stand by the bed, make them pray, make them do all this stuff, throw them in cold showers. You're already dumb enough to be doing that. Didn't have to say any of that, right? But you did. I've shown you where Jesse Vang lives. When you walk out his apartment, okay, it's a building inside of a building, right? So you walk through a set of doors, then you find Jesse's apartment, and then you walk through his door. It's not like the doors are outside. You know what I mean? Like they're in a building. So he would have had to have gotten by 2 doors. And then when you walk out of the house, right in front of the apartment is a big, big cemetery. I'm sorry, 3-year-old, I'd be scared, wouldn't want to go. But if you did decide to walk down the block, it's open. Like you can see their sidewalks, it's open. Someone is going to pass that time in the morning, going to work and saying, why the hell is a 3-year-old, walking down the road? No, I'm going to go buy that kid. Vang said, I was thinking right away that he walked to someone who would sell him. So S.A. Pertzborn advised Vang that there were still a number of unanswered questions. When asked where victim child 1 was, Vang stated he did not know, but that if he walked out the door, anything could have happened to him. S.A. Pertzborn explained to Vang had a number of inconsistencies in his statement. Vang indicated he was done talking. Okay, interviews with Katrina Baur. At 3:15 p.m. on February 20th, 2024, Baur arrived at Vang's residence. Baur said she started dating Vang in November 2023. Y'all just started dating? Get the fudge out of here. November 20. That's not even 4 months. That's 3 months. What we got? December, January, February. 3 months. And she was allowing her son to be taken and dropped off with her boyfriend of 3 months. She's a predator. I don't even know the word. Like, I mean, this is disgusting. This is so. I don't know why. It makes you mad at life. Why people like her have beautiful children. And then there's other people out there that don't get to have children, that would treat them so well. Where were we at? It says that Baur started dating in 2023 and previously dated him about a year prior. Baur confirmed to Detective Lieutenant Glacier that victim child 1 had been with Vang since February 12th, 2024, and that she planned to take him back home on February 23, 2024. Baur later identified January 2024 as the first time victim child 1 went to stay with Vang without her. Like a month or 2 after he started dating. Baur said this past week was the longest time victim child 1 stayed with Vang without Baur being there. Baur explained that she could not deal with victim child 1's behaviors and that victim child 1 does not act poorly around Vang. Baur described victim child 1 as being awful and naughty at times. So she's using the same words as he's using, the naughty. That's a weird word to use. Baur said victim child 1 regularly threatens to run away if he does not get his way. Baur said she ordered special locks for her doors because victim child 1 has gotten out. Baur explained victim child 1 has never made it as far as someone would see him and stop him. Yeah, I mean, that's the same way at Jesse's house. Baur said she tries to put the behavior correction role on Vang. Baur explained that Vang was the enforcer of rules in the relationship, and that was the reason for sending victim child 1 to stay with Vang. Baur discussed with Vang that as long as there is no physical harm to the children, she is fine with whatever discipline Vang enforces. Baur gave examples of praying, saying, "I'm sorry, mama," and going over 4 rules that victim child 1 is supposed to be memorizing. Baur denied there was anything unusual in her communications with Vang this past week. Baur indicated that she is on the phone with Vang all the time. Baur stated that on February 19th, 2024, she remembered having a normal extended phone call with Vang and heard victim child 1 say, "Hi, mommy," in the background. She heard Vang tell victim child 1 to go to bed. She said this would have been around 7:30, 8 p.m. The interview at Baur was continued at TRPD as Vang's apartment was being secured and processed for evidence. At TRPD, Baur was upset and paced back and forth during the interview. Baur accused law enforcement of not doing anything to find victim child 1. Baur indicated she spoke with victim child 1 on the phone Monday night, 2/19/2024. I thought she wasn't supposed to be talking to him. Baur said Vang and victim child 1 were at the apartment. Baur said victim child 1 kept chiming in on the phone call as Vang was on speakerphone. Baur became upset and said law enforcement's line of questioning was trying to incriminate Vang. Taking up for her man. Baur continued to discuss her concerns with victim child 1's behaviors. Baur said because victim child 1's father is incarcerated, she felt it important for victim child 1 to have a father figure. Baur explained she does not want victim child 1 learning girls' behaviors from her. Where the hell are these people from? The 1940s? 1930s? What the? She thinks because she's a woman, she can't raise a boy to be a man? You know that they've got the gene already in them, right? When they're born a male, right? It's not like they're born as a blank and you can just, however you raise. Oh my God, my Lord. Okay. She's something else. It says, victim child 1 calls himself a girl sometimes and steals and wears victim child 2's clothing. Baur said victim child 1's behavior would always escalate when she tried to correct these behaviors. Baur said that these issues began when victim child 1 turned 3. Baur said that Vang saw this behavior on Thanksgiving 2023 at her residence. Vang told Baur she needed to try harder to stop that behavior from victim child 1. During the interviews, Baur initially denied being in the Manitowoc County on February 16th and 17th, 2024. Baur specifically told DCI's Special Agent Neil Laughley that she was not in Manitowoc County on those dates. Baur and Vang's cell phone data contradicted Baur's statements. What I do, just zoom in more? I think I did. Law enforcement located messages from Vang to Baur from February 17th, 2024 at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m., where Vang tells Baur that he is angry because victim child 1 overfilled his diaper and that Vang gave victim child 1 a cold shower. Vang noted victim child 1 was clean but scared. Baur later admitted that she had been in Two Rivers on February 16th to see Vang. Baur said she arrived at Vang's apartment around 11 p.m. and saw victim child 1 on the couch in the living room. Baur said victim child 1 was tired and did not want to talk, but he was fine. Baur said she left around 4 or 5 a.m. on February 17th. A preview from Baur's cell phone showed an image depicting victim child 1 wearing an eye mask / blindfold on his face. Victim child 1 appears to have bruising on his jawline and left side of his neck, as well as bruising on his upper left arm. The phone data indicated the image was taken February 14th at 3:13 a.m. and deleted at 4:12 a.m. that day. Baur was shown the image and said, "Oh no, that's an eye mask on him. Those aren't injuries." Baur denied seeing the injuries on victim child 1, initially claiming the bruising was just shadows. Baur later admitted she took the photo at Vang's residence. Baur was adamant she took the photo on Friday, February 16th, 2024, and not Wednesday, February 14th, as the image indicated. You know you're with your boo thing on Valentine's Day, so stop lying, girl. I said that the first time we read her first probable cause. Baur was again told the image was taken February 14th. Baur later said she went to Vang's apartment on February 14th. Baur explained she did not talk to victim child 1 that night because he was too tired, but that she took the picture because he was sleeping cute. With the bruising all over him, yeah. Sleeping cute. Okay. Detective Glassier informed Baur he was concerned that Baur had initially denied being at Vang's apartment at all during victim child 1's stay. Baur then admitted she had made a late-night trip to Vang's apartment on February 14th, 2024 for Valentine's Day. Baur continued to assert that when she took the photo on February 14th, it was dark and she did not see the victim child 1's injuries. When asked if Baur had seen the injuries on victim child 1 when she visited on Friday, February 16th, 2024, Baur said she did not because Friday went very wrong. Baur said she had a panic attack and just wanted to go home. Baur became upset when asked to describe what triggered the attack, as she did not want to discuss it further. Baur then indicated she had a flashback. Little PTSD for you there? Baur was also asked about messages she had sent to Vang on Child 3's phone while Vang was being interviewed by law enforcement at his apartment, and Baur was on speakerphone. Detective Klumpian had previously reviewed the phone and noted at 1:31 p.m. Baur messaged, "Stop, don't say too much, no, stop, you let him, shh." And attorney K. Baur admitted she sent the messages because she felt like law enforcement was trying to entrap Vang for drinking and taking medications while watching victim child 1. That's not what they was doing. Okay. I needed a quick second, a break from reading for a second. Let me grab my drink really quick. Okay. I guess I could put do a different background. Maybe that'll help. So it's not so, maybe it wouldn't be so boring in my reading if you have this to look like the little bubbles. I don't know. I'm trying to, we're trying over here. Okay. DCI Sergeant Agent Eric Voland further observed messaging from Baur to Vang from the time period immediately after Vang called 911 on February 20th to report victim child 1 missing. Specifically, S.A. Voland observed Facebook data that contained unsent or deleted messages after Vang's 911 call. S.A. Voland notes that in his prior experiences, unsent messages are messages that are initially sent but then deleted by the user. S.A. Voland compared Facebook Messenger records to phone extraction records and noted the following messages were sent but not unsent or deleted in the phone. Approximately 1 minute after Vang called 911 at 10:59 a.m., Baur messaged, "Say you guys were taking a nap," and he left. At approximately 11:07 a.m., Baur messaged Jesse, "Listen, the way you word things is very important. I need you to call me." Approximately 11 seconds later, Baur messaged, "Say this is your guys' normal sleeping schedule and he's never opened the door before. Don't say anything about the child lock." They're going to find the child lock anyway, you dummy. Phone/Facebook messaging records. Ooh, let's see what we got here. Cell phones belonging to Baur and Vang, including text messages and Facebook messages, were reviewed by law enforcement. Man, we need to do a dramatic reading, I feel like. S.A. Voland noted that between December 1st, 2023 and February 20th, 2024, there were over 15,000 messages. What? Damn! I wonder how many messages me and Vincent have had in our whole 9 years. I don't think 15,000. So these are some of the reports, some of the messages. On January 14th, so he goes missing, they say on the 20th, is what they're saying. So this is the month before. Baur asked Vang to send a voice message telling victim child 1 that he is going to be put in a timeout. Vang sends 2 short audio files telling victim and asking him if he wants to go to a timeout. Vang messaged the victim child 1 needs a father figure, she needs a break from her kids, and that he can show her more tricks. I don't know how well his nonverbal son was doing, but I feel bad for him. On the same day, Baur thanked Vang for helping her with her kids, especially victim child 1, because he can be a toad. What the hell does that mean? Vang said that he can't do much for victim child 2, but he can teach victim child 1. What's a toad mean? Like a toad? We'll look it up. If you're called a toad. An extremely unpleasant man, especially one who is not very physically attractive. Why are you talking about your son like that for? That's weird. I'm learning stuff over here. We're learning today. Learning today. So then on January 21st, Vang sent a 50-second video showing victim child 1 sitting on the couch answering questions from Vang about what happened with the water. Victim child 1 stated that victim child 2 did it. So at this, what he has both kids? Wow. On the same day, Vang messaged, okay, up to you. It's making it harder on victim child 1. Ha ha, you're breaking him down every time you come in. Ha ha. That's messed up. 1:22, the day after, Baur messaged, is he still up? 1:22, Vang sent a 24-second video clip of which victim child 1 is being prompted by Vang to say phrases that include, I promise, mommy, I love you, sorry, I going to be a good boy, no more. Vang sent a 12-second clip video showing victim child 1 saying, good boy, 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 a lot of times. Wow. What the fuck's wrong with people? Vang stated, pin this for next time he's bad there, and then sent a 23-second video showing victim child 1 wrapped in the red, white, and black checkered blanket. Vang prompted victim child 1 to say, I be good boy, I promise, I don't want to live with uncle no more uncle, I be good, sorry. Baur replied, all, and Vang stated, let's see if he'll keep his word. He's 3. Vang sent a 27-second video clip showing victim child 1 whimpering and saying he wants to see Pam. Vang then messaged, he's trying to manipulate me, haha. Vang then sent another 6-second video showing victim child 1 being prompted by Vang to say, I not going to say that word no more, bad word. What, want to see Pam? I'm confused. Vang then messaged that victim child 1 keeps running out the room door, not the front door, saying, I'm going to be nice. Vang messaged that victim child 1 was fake crying and that victim child 1 was definitely spoiled. I'm gonna beg to differ. Vang messaged about, this is the same day, so Vang messaged about child victim 1 being a little faker, manipulator, and crybaby. Baur messaged about having a hard time disciplining him. Vang tells Baur that she needs to stand her ground. Vang states that victim child 1 cries about everything. Again, he's 3. Vang sent a 9-second clip showing victim child 1 standing by the door in Vang's room. Vang asked, why is fake crying? And as Vang approaches, victim child 1 quickly sits down and says, I good boy. Oh my God, that's Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Yeah, I'm not muted. Yeah, thank you, Laureen. I was like, what's that even mean? Makes me feel old. I'm not muted though. Can you hear me, Ladybug? Ladybug. She should be able to hear me. If you can't hear me, maybe go out and come back in. Interesting. Oh yeah, because I can hear me right there too. Okay. Where are we at? So then goes to Vang message. Remember, he's in boot camp, and I hate that when I tell him to come in the room, he's like, "Don't hit me." And when I have to pick him up, he's like, "Ow, you're hurting me." Vang message that he's a faker and references victim child 1 praying a few times. Baur message that since they moved, victim child 1 is afraid of men. So she sends him to be with him. I mean, oh my God. Let me in a room with her. Same day. I mean, let me 5 minutes. Vang sent a picture showing victim child 1 with a red, black, and white blanket on his shoulders and messaged, "But look who's awake." Baur messaged, "My heart, feel like I've been shot." And Vang messaged that victim child 1 will be fine. Baur messaged, "It's hard on me too, but I know it's what's best." Vang messaged his punishment from faking earlier and then sent a 15-second video showing victim child 1 in the dark bedroom saying, "Good boy, good boy, good boy," repeatedly. Baur messaged if she can send him a voice message, but Vang says no more seeing him. He freaked out for like 3 hours earlier. So on the 23rd, Vang messaged, "Okay, he's up. It's his punishment from pissing me off with that fake shit earlier. Wow, don't hit me out. You're hurting me." Vang sent a 16-second video showing victim child 1 rubbing his eyes and saying, "Good boy." Vang tells victim child 1 to keep going, and victim child 1 repeats saying, "Good boy." Baur replies, "Man, I can hear the defeat." That's fucking sad. That is so sad. That the mother of this beautiful, precious, perfect baby boy would say that. "Man, I can hear the defeat." In your 3-year-old son's voice, you should never want to hear that in anyone's voice. But your own 3-year-old child. You're welcome. Oh, thanks, Doodlebug. I appreciate it. Oh, I see it. Thank you. Thank you, Doodlebug. I appreciate it. I got spoiled today by everybody. It's been a good day. Let me see where we're at. Okay. So then on 123, Vang sent a YouTube link for an annoying sound video and messaged making him watch this because he keeps crying, saying you wants. I think it means saying he wants you and victim child 2. Baur messaged that the video is annoying and thanked Vang. You're a bitch. I couldn't imagine my son wanting, even if he wasn't in like anything like this, just being somewhere, my son wanting me and me not going there and just getting him. You know what I mean? Like, not even talking about the abusive part. She's just like, "See ya. Thanks for watching him." So then the same day, Vang sent a 27 video clip showing Vang's hands on victim child 1's neck and shoulder. It appeared victim child 1 was crying and Vang is telling victim child 1 to make sad and happy faces. Vang sent a 5-second video showing victim child 1 laying on the bedroom floor with a pillow and blanket and saying, "Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy." Do you think he's saying the good boy like almost like, to me, almost as like a comforting thing? Like maybe he's like on the floor, he's laying there and he's saying like because he has his blankie, he had that blanket. Maybe he's saying like, "Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy." Maybe he's trying to pound it into his own head. Does that make sense? Even though A 3-year-old should never have to do that. But it's like he's almost like reaffirming it, you know? He thinks DM. But I don't know. This is a bad one. Okay. Vang messaged, this is the 24th, victim child 1 messaged that victim child 1 opened the door and left outside while Vang was asleep. Baur reminds him to lock the child lock. Vang messaged that since victim child 1 was good, he allowed victim child 1 to go to the living room and Vang fell asleep. Vang messaged, yeah, he's really in trouble today. I trusted him that he was a good boy. Vang then sent a 3-second video showing victim child 1 standing in the corner of the bedroom door and saying, good boy, good boy. Vang messaged that he is going to be tough on words now, and now I'm saying no more mommy. Same day, Vang messaged, this little guy has been crying all day, and that he's in timeout. Vang messaged that he fell asleep around 9 a.m. and then around 10:30 a.m. he heard the door close and victim child 1 came back in crying. Vang messaged that he let victim child 1 do fun things yesterday and he betrayed Vang today. Baur responded that she forgotten many, many times and woke up to one, if not both of them gone. But they're trying to get away from you too? Same day, Vang messaged that he found a new punishment for victim child 1. He's stepping on my back. Baur asked to call him, but Vang said that victim child 1's going to hear her voice and then cry. Vang talked about his back hurting and he can't sit for long. Oh, so Vang, your back hurts and you can't sit for very long. I hope you have to sit in a chair for the rest of your life. Same day, Vang messaged that victim child 1 is up. Vang is not letting victim child 1 sleep, and victim child 1 is in timeout today. On the 25th, Vang sent 2 videos, a 7-second and a 14-second clip of victim child 1 sitting still and not saying anything. Vang messaged, why does he look so lost and sad? Ha ha. Baur messaged, so sad, and that victim child 1 is holding in tears. On the same day, on the 25th, Vang sent a 25-second video clip showing a close-up of victim child 1's face. Vang asked victim child 1 several questions, and victim child 1 said he'll be a good boy and listen to mommy. Vang messaged, haha, that's victim child 1 when he sees you tomorrow. I should be calling him by his name, but I was trying to make it to where we could tell the difference between the 2 victims, but they're basically just more talking about Elijah. Vang sent a picture of Elijah and messaged last day in timeout. Vang then spent a 12-second video showing Elijah being asked by Vang if he wants to talk to mommy. Elijah is prompted by Vang to say no, crying and promise. Baur states that he gets so sad. Baur, on the 26th, Baur messaged if Elijah was sleeping and Vang messaged not yet, very soon. Vang sent a 13-second video showing Elijah sitting upright, but he appeared to be sleeping and head bobbing. Vang messaged, I won't let him sleep. He's very tired. Baur messaged, I see that. Laugh out loud. On the 27th, she must have went to bed, on the 27th, Baur had a video chat and then Vang messaged, more reason for me to time him out and bring him back again for another week. Baur messaged that she has faith in Vang. On the 28th, Baur messaged, is victim child Elijah staying when I get back, Kay? Vang messaged, yep, and of course he is. He's done for. Like, y'all are bullies to a 3-year-old. Like, that's so bad. On the 29th, Vang sent an 18-second video showing Elijah standing on the couch being prompted by Vang and saying, I miss you. Miss victim child 2, I be good boy and no more bad boy. Same day, Vang messaged he's in stand-up timeout, and Baur messaged how child 3 feels about messaged how child 3 feels about Elijah. Vang messaged that child 3, which is his kid, doesn't care, and child 3 didn't say anything when Vang showed Elijah to child 3. I guess they didn't care, Oh yeah, you're keeping that cat, DM. Yeah, no, that cat belongs to you now. You got a food and a toy. Yeah, that's your cat. That's your cat now, DM. Just say, call me mommy. Me and my dad, we stole a cat from its mom one time. It was so sad. They needed homes though. They were outside. We didn't really steal it, but we just took it. We kind of stole it. But it was the funnest experience probably with my dad I've ever had. So I don't take it back for anything in the world. So then Vang said a 35-second video showing Elijah saying, sorry, mommy, and being prompted by Vang to say, I'll be a good boy and not a bad boy no more. Vang then sent a 38-second clip showing Elijah sitting on the bedroom floor and crying. Vang tells Elijah that he keeps lying. Elijah is crying and says that he wants to go home. And Vang replied, no more home for you. And you live with uncle now. Why would you even call yourself an uncle? That's gross. Like, think about it. Think about it. You're calling yourself his uncle and you're sleeping with his mom. It's weird. On the 29th, Vang messaged that Elijah is learning to be humble, and when he learns his lessons, he gives him a toy. He only has one toy. What do you mean? Vang then sent two photos showing Elijah sitting on the couch with his eyes closed and hands folded like he is praying. Vang then sent a 6-second video with Elijah in the same position on the couch. Vang states, keep going, and Elijah states, good boy, good boy. Baur messaged with heart emojis and all. Vang asked Baur if she liked his way of teaching, and she stated that she's amazed by it. Katrina, people like you need to be locked up for a long time. The same day, Baur messaged asking that what was Elijah doing? And Vang messaged that his usual is standing saying good boy. So that's all this little kid did, was stand there and freaking pray for mama. Every time that little boy was praying for his mama, he wasn't praying for his mama. After some point, that little boy was praying for Jesus, praying for someone to come save him. And you can't tell me that little boy wasn't praying for someone to come and help him and get him out of that situation. So then on the 31st, Vang messaged that he woke up to some noise and Elijah had his phone, tablet, and Nintendo Switch. Vang messaged that he was furious, and since Elijah had learned nothing, he can stay longer. Baur messaged Vang that Elijah is still a toddler and has temptations. Oh, so now you're now you're stepping in. Vang messaged that Elijah's punishment was cold water. Same day, Baur messaged asking what Elijah was doing. Vang messaged that Elijah is in standing timeout, saying good boy. Baur suggests allowing him to watch TV because Vang needs to rest. Vang disagreed and said he can't think because he's so tired. Baur stated that she doesn't want Elijah to hurt himself while Vang is sleeping, and Vang messaged, Elijah hasn't left the room since I told him not to. He's good on that part. Vang messaged that he doesn't think... where are we at? I think up here. Yeah, right here. Vang messaged that he doesn't think Elijah is ready to go home and that he is done with his lying. Baur messages asking if Vang thinks Elijah knows what lying is or not. Vang offers for Elijah to stay at his place longer. Vang messaged, yeah, he's a naughty one. He's in baby prison right now. Baur replies, laughing my fucking ass off. Vang sent a 10-second video showing what appears to be Vang laying face down, and victim child 1 has his eyes closed and standing on Vang's back. Vang is asking Elijah if he is a good boy or a bad boy. Baur messaged, what's the little guy doing? And Vang replied that Elijah was sitting on a chair saying good boy. This was on 2/3. Vang sent 2 photos showing what appears to be Elijah sitting in a chair and folding his hands like he has been praying. Baur messaged, he looks mad AF. Vang messaged that Elijah was sad and not mad. Vang then sent a 10-second video showing Elijah holding his hand up to his ear like talking on the phone. Elijah is being prompted by Vang and says, "Mommy, come get me." Same day, Vang sent 2 photos showing Elijah looking at the camera with his hands folded like he is praying. Baur messaged, "Thank you again for doing for us." And Vang replied, "No problem, just keep the loyalty and respect." Vang sent image and 5-second video showing Elijah laying face down in a pillow and focusing on his ear. Vang messaged that he wanted to watch the video to see if he could hear Elijah breathing heavily. Law enforcement further observed messages from February 13th, 14th, 2024, which indicated that Baur had traveled to Vang's apartment in Two Rivers at approximately 9:30 p.m. on February 13th, 2024. Baur and Vang were discussing Baur coming to Vang's apartment for sex. Vang tells Baur she cannot see Elijah when she gets to the apartment and that Elijah can be placed in the bathroom while they have sex. Just throw him in the bathroom. Vang replies at approximately 11:45 p.m. that Elijah will be put in the living room and that Baur needs to be quiet walking through. At 12:39 a.m. on February 14th, Vang asked Baur to send her location so he will know when to put Elijah to sleep. On February 14th at approximately 2:27 a.m., Baur's cell phone arrives in Two Rivers. There was Facebook messaging between Baur and Vang at 2:35 a.m. Baur asked Vang, "Is there a way to shut off your headlights completely?" Vang responds, "No, cannot sit off completely." And Baur messages, "I can't find victim child 2's cell phone, but a cop just passed by, so I want to make sure she's good." Baur messaged, "Let me find her phone quick because I need to have some type of sound for her." Vang replied, "Probably thinks someone is warming up." Baur responded, "Not worth the risk. I'll leave it off for a bit, then turn it on again." Vang said, "Okay." Baur messaged she found the phone, but it was dead. She messaged that she would leave her phone in the car. At approximately 2:40 a.m., Baur questioned whether to leave her phone on a phone call or a sound, and Vang replied, "Phone." Baur agreed and told Vang to put yourself on mute right away. Baur also messaged, "It should stay warm for a bit, right?" Vang responded, "Okay," and then, "Yeah, it will." At approximately 3:13 a.m., this is the end of February, in Wisconsin, Baur took the cell phone image of victim child 1, which is Elijah, which shows him wearing an eye mask / blindfold and having apparent bruising injuries as previously detailed in paragraph 27 of this document. At approximately 4:12 a.m., the image was deleted. Baur's phone leaves Two Rivers at approximately 4:30 a.m. on February 14th, 4:30 a.m. on February 14th. According to the National Weather Service records, the low temperatures for Two Rivers on February 14th was 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and the high temperature was 36 degrees. And she's been previously diagnosed as autistic. In a review of Facebook Messenger messages between Baur and Vang, officers located a photograph taken on February 15th at approximately 8:30 or 8:24 p.m. that depicted Elijah standing in a corner wearing only a diaper. Elijah's hands appeared to be in a praying position and the diaper looked full. The phone appeared to be taken in Vang's bedroom. The phone records further indicate that Baur returned to the city of Manitowoc on February 16th, 2024 at approximately 11:01 p.m. She called Vang's phone about 11:15 p.m. and went into a Quick Trip store to purchase items, which was confirmed by surveillance video. At approximately 11:21 p.m., Baur texts Vang, "On my way," I think that's what it means, "put him to sleep." Vang responded, "Okay." Baur's phone arrives at Vang's apartment around midnight. At approximately 12:30 a.m. on February 17th, both Baur and Vang's cell phones moved to the city of Manitowoc. At approximately 12:50 a.m., Vang went to Stassi's bar in the city of Manitowoc and went inside by himself. This was confirmed by a patron of the bar. Baur and Vang's phones separate for about an hour. During that time, Baur traveled to the Quick Trip located at 2103 South 42nd Street. Officers were able to view surveillance video from the Quick Trip store. In that video, Baur can be seen sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle. There is no child seen in the vehicle. At approximately 1:45 a.m., Baur is seen making purchases inside the Quick Trip store alone. At approximately 1:55 a.m., Baur's phone travels to Vang's location and they return back to Vang's apartment in Two Rivers at approximately 5 a.m., which tells us they left the kids there. 5 a.m., Baur leaves Two Rivers. On February 16th, victim child 2 was being taken care of by a person in the Wisconsin Dells area. On February 16th, victim child 1, which is Elijah, was in Two Rivers and supposed to be under the care of Vang and Baur. Law enforcement has been unable to locate anyone other than Vang or Baur who cared for the victim child, Elijah, on February 16th and 17th. On February 18th at approximately 4:36 p.m., Vang messaged Baur, "I told you to trust me. I make sure he hates me and hates being here." Baur responded, "Don't want him to hate you, just fear you." Vang responds, "It's okay. Someone had to be the bad person." Baur messaged, "I know, but either way, he can fear you and respect you." Vang messaged, "He did not fear me, but he didn't respect me." Or he did fear me, but he didn't respect me. Now I'm making him respect me. On February 19th, 2024 at 12:21 p.m., Vang sent a video that was originally created on January 22nd, 2024, during which he prompted victim child 1 to say, "I be a good boy, I promise. I don't want to live with uncle. No more uncle. I'll be a good boy, mom. Sorry." Baur responded, "He looks traumatized, LMAO." At 12:28 p.m., Vang messaged that Elijah is in his timeout corner. Baur replied, "Good, he deserves it." Oh, man. Oh, good night, Lenora. Oh, good night, Cheryl. Have a good night, guys. We're almost done with reading this, actually. We got like a few more pages. So this is the one where we saw him on video. So witness interviews. Logan Towhack met with and witness 3 of Ross Auto on February 22nd, 2024. Witness 3 confirmed that Vang was present at Ross Auto on Friday, February 16th, 2024 with victim child 1, Elijah. Vang was having an ignition interlock device installed on his Chevrolet pickup truck. Witness 3 had previously told Detective Herman that Witness 3 found it odd that Vang repeatedly identified Elijah as his nephew and continuously pushed down the winter cap that was on the victim child head. So he was trying to conceal with those clothes. Witness 3 said victim child 1 had mannerisms that made him believe he did not want to be there. Witness 3 further stated that Vang contacted him twice on February 19th by telephone as Vang was upset about his vehicle having a dead battery. Witness 3 explained that an ignition interlock device pulls constant power off of a car battery. On February 20th, 2024 at approximately 9:29 p.m., DCI Special Agent Zach Holschbach contacted Witness 2 at her residence. Witness 2 resides in an apartment at 3918 Mishcott Road, same as old Vang, Jessa Vang, with her boyfriend, Witness 1. Witness 2 advised that yesterday she purchased a 6-pack bottles of Budweiser beer from the Shell station on Mishcott Road for Vang. Vang had asked her to pick him up the beer because Elijah was being really naughty. Witness 2 explains that Vang had told her that Elijah was locked in the bedroom. Witness 2 had seen Vang lock Elijah in the bedroom in the past. She stated that Vang told her that he was really stressing out over Elijah. Witness 2 estimated that Elijah had been coming around the apartment for the past month to a month and a half. Witness 2 said that Vang was constantly telling both Witness 1 and her that Elijah was a bad kid or naughty kid. Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Brian Darcy reports on February 22nd, 2024, he spoke with Witness 1. Witness 1 did not work on Monday, 2/19. Witness 1 said that he talked to Vang the day before, February 18th, and Witness 1 stated that he saw Vang in the hall doing laundry at the apartment complex on Mishcott Road. Vang asked if he could use Witness 1's car. Vang said that he needed to use the car on Monday, 2/19 at 5 p.m. Vang said he needed to give somebody money. Witness 1 reported his vehicle was a 1997 Nissan Altima There's the car. There's the car. So witness 1 is a neighbor. Witness 1, witness 2, and he has his car's in the shop because it needs an interlock switch for the ignition or whatever. I don't know what that is. I'm not pretending to know. So we had always wondered about the junky car. Remember the junky car? I thought it was literally one of them cars that he just bought and he was going to trash after. But apparently it was the neighbor's car. Sorry about that, neighbors. We all getting by just to get by right now. But wow. So that's why, man, they put that car right on the front of the flyer and everything. On February 19th, witness gave Vang his car keys. Witness 1 called Vang and then went over to Vang's and handed him the keys in the hallway. Witness 1 did not see victim child 1 at all. Witness 1 did not see victim child or Elijah on Sunday the 18th either. So he didn't see him on the 19th or the 18th. Vang was talking about Elijah. Vang said that Elijah was bad. He was acting up and Vang did not know how to deal with it. Witness 1 believed that Vang told him this prior to seeing Vang on Sunday in the hallway, possibly the same weekend. So video canvassing. Based on Vang's prior statement that he had been home watching the movie Ready Player One on Netflix on the evening of February 19th, law enforcement did review Vang's phone records and Netflix records. According to phone records, there was no manual operation of Vang's cell phone or outgoing activity on February 19th between 5:59 p.m. and 7:12 p.m. During that time frame, Vang's cell phone was located at his apartment on Mishcock Road. According to Netflix records of Vang's account on February 19th, an Android cell phone was used to stream the movie Ready Player One. The first streaming began at 5:59 p.m. User action was required to initiate playing the movie. The movie played for 1 hour, 18 minutes until it was stopped or paused. The movie was then played again at 7:28 p.m. User action was required to replay the movie. The movie played for 36 minutes. On February 26, 2024, DCI SA Justine Reagan received information indicating that Witness 1's Nissan Altima was being operated in the city of Two Rivers during the time frame when Vang's Netflix account was playing Ready Player One. Specifically, SA Reagan received information that Manitowoc County Sheriff's Deputy Alex was indexed Witness 1's license plate at approximately 6:46 p.m. on February 19th while monitoring traffic in the city of Two Rivers. Deputy Dershell was believed to be on Forest Avenue near 24th Street and to the northwest of 22nd Street around that time. As a result, law enforcement conducted video canvassing in Two Rivers. Surveillance video from St. Vincent de Paul from February 19th, 2024 was obtained and reviewed by DCI SA Luke Hepp. At approximately 6:47 p.m., Witness 1's Nissan is observed operating on Monroe Street, passing the south driveway of St. Vincent de Paul. At approximately 6:47, the Nissan is observed passing a black-marked police SUV, which was southbound on Forest Avenue, approaching 22nd Street. The squad continued southbound on Monroe Street, and then the Nissan continued northwest on Forest Avenue. At approximately 7:05 p.m., another black-marked police SUV squad is observed traveling southbound on Forest Avenue and enters the intersection of 22nd Street. Directly behind the squad is Witness 1's Nissan. The squad continued southbound on Monroe, and the Nissan turned eastbound onto 22nd Street, then southbound onto the lot of St. Vincent de Paul. The Nissan then pulls along the west side of the building and stops in the parking lot. At approximately 7:06, a male later identified as Jesse Vang exits the driver's seat. Vang is then seen observed opening the rear driver's side door and retrieving a dark-colored suitcase. Vang then carries the suitcase and places it on the ground in front of the door on the west side of St. Vincent de Paul. Vang was wearing an unzipped white hooded jacket over a dark shirt, dark pants, white sandals over dark socks, and a dark baseball cap. There did not appear to be anyone else inside the Nissan. At approximately 7:06, Vang re-enters the driver's seat of the Nissan and turns northbound on Monroe Street. The Nissan is then observed stopping at an intersection of 22nd Street and continuing northbound on Forest Avenue. On March 5th, DCI S.A. Voland arrived at St. Vincent de Paul, located, because the address, St. Vincent de Paul would have been closed at the time Vang was observed dropping off a suitcase at the West donation door on February 19th, 2024. Law enforcement was able to locate a black medium-sized suitcase that had two distinct zippered storage areas on the front and a rectangular silver Jeep identifying tag on the front near the top of the suitcase. The suitcase was consistent with what was observed on the security video. We're going to hear about this little boy and being put in the suitcase. I already know. The suitcase was sent to Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory for testing. Analyst Erica Stocks performed an examination of the suitcase. Analyst Stocks reports that the DNA swabbing of the interior area of the suitcase resulted in a single source male profile. That single source profile is consistent with the profile from Elijah Vue. The probability of randomly selecting the observed profile from a population of unrelated individuals is not more frequent than 1 in 1 quadrillion. Analyst Stocks further reports that a presumptive test for saliva was performed on the interior of the suitcase and the result was positive. That means he was alive in that suitcase, right? That's what I'm getting. I mean, if there's his saliva, I mean, I guess unless you just your mouth, I don't know. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. That's really sad. Previously in the investigation, law enforcement did obtain information leading to the recovery of a black, white, and red checkered blanket belonging to Elijah in the area of Johnston Drive and Goodwin Road in Mantua County. On February 25th, 2024, a citizen reported that while walking her dog, she located the blanket on the ground past the ditch off the south side of Goodwin Road between Johnston Drive and North 8th Street, next to the wooden post and dirt easement. The blanket was subsequently sent to the Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory for testing. Analyst Stocks performed an examination of the blanket. Analyst Stocks reports that the DNA swabbing of the blanket resulted in a single source male profile. That single source male profile is consistent with the profile from Elijah. The probability of randomly selecting is 1 in 1 quadrillion again. Law enforcement continued to conduct video canvassing in the area of Two Rivers for the evening of February 19th, 2024. Law enforcement did obtain additional videos depicting a vehicle consistent with the Nissan Altima operating in the area of Two Rivers during the time frame Vang asserted he was at his residence watching Ready Player One. On March 2nd, 2024, DCI SA Andrew Elia reviewed video obtained from HD Diesel located at 5430 Johnson Road. The view of the camera faced west and overlooked the parking lot for HD Diesel on Johnson Road. One of the video files had a vehicle that was similar to the Nissan. The vehicle passed the business from north to south at 6:21 p.m. On March 6th, DCI Tow Bridge reviewed security video from a power substation located at, gives the location. The security cameras at the substation are infrared, so the video is not in color and details is minimal due to reflection. SA Trowbridge observed a vehicle traveling eastbound on WI 310 towards Two Rivers at 6:41 p.m. The vehicle was similar in appearance to Witness One's Nissan. SA Thorbridge spoke with DCI's Special Agent Lindsay Lair, who was reviewing video from a residence on Hawthorne Avenue east of 1618 Wisconsin. I believe that's what it is, but 3010. SA Lair noted a vehicle traveling eastbound passed the location at 6:44. The vehicle was very similar to the Nissan and the video quality was better. Comparing timeframes provided by SA Lear was those in the video from 1618. SA Thorbridge believes the vehicle he described above is likely the same scene as SA Lear. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, I hope everything goes well for you, Ladybug. Yeah. Hope everything goes okay for you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me that minute. Okay, so we're here at the top. SA Thoroughbridge also reviewed security footage from Shell gas station located near Vang's apartment complex. The security footage was recorded on February 19th. They observed a vehicle similar to Witness 1's Nissan passing the gas station northbound on Mishcot Road at 649, southbound at 703, and northbound at 709. In all videos, it is observed a tan sedan with an orange marker light illuminated on the front passenger side under the headlight. At 8:49, Witness 1's Nissan is observed entering the gas station on the lower right corner of the video. This identification was made due to the interview with Witness 2, where Witness 2 told law enforcement that she drove Witness 1's Nissan to the gas station to buy beer for Vang. When the Nissan enters the time frame, the illuminated orange marker light is visible on the front driver's side under the headlight. Just pointing out the similarities, in the cars. Discovery of human remains on September 7th, 2024, Witness 4 and Witness 5 contacted law enforcement after observing bones while walking in a wooded area near Christy Bob Lane in Manitowoc County. A human cranium was observed on the surface with several other bones resting nearby. There appeared to be a sand or gravel mixture near the area where the remains were found that appeared to be foreign to the existing terrain. Dr. Jordan Karsten, a biological anthropologist, arrived on scene and identified the skeletal remains as human. Certain tooth pieces and hairs with root material were subsequently tested at the Wisconsin State Crime Laboratory by analyst Erica Stocks. Analyst Stocks reports that the cutting of apparent root portion of several hairs developed a profile consistent with Elijah Vue. The probability of randomly selecting, one in one quadrillion. It says analyst Stocks reports the washing of discolored tooth pieces developed a male profile consistent with Elijah Vue. The probability of randomly selecting them is not more than 1 in 35 billion. The big numbers. Christy Bob Lane is a gravel road located in the wooded area of Manitowoc County. Christy Bob Lane is approximately 1 mile in length, runs along a quarry, and ends at a private residence. Through investigation, law enforcement confirmed that Vang was familiar with Christy Bob Lane as he had been present at the residence on Christy Bob Lane in September 2023. S.A. Volan reports he traveled from Vang's apartment on Mishcot Road where the remains of Elijah were located on Christy Bob Lane, then south past HD Diesel to Goodwin Road, where the blanket was found, and back north to Highway 310, where he turned east towards Two Rivers. He traveled past St. Vincent de Paul to Vang's apartment to Mishcot Road. The amount of time was 30 minutes, 35 seconds without stopping. Basically, he's just showing you how he believes he went. He went here first. He took the suitcase with Elijah's body to the spot where he was going to dump Elijah, got him out of the suitcase, then dumped him, then went and took the suitcase somewhere else, dumped it, then dumped the blanket somewhere else. You should have just left it all together. Dr. Karsten further examined the skeletal remains at the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh Forensic Anthropology Laboratory. Dr. Karsten estimated that the bones were those of a 3 to 4-year-old child who stood between 2'9", 134, or 34.52 inches in height. Oh, they put the point one. Okay. Wow. This is consistent with Elijah. Dr. Karsten further noted that the degree of decomposition observed on Elijah's skeletal remains and the corresponding estimated post-mortem interval is consistent with his death occurring in the time interval around when he was reported missing. Dr. Karsten observed that the skull of victim of Elijah had a healed fracture on the zygomatic process of the right temporal bone. What? This instance of trauma was associated with a diastasis of the zygomaticocompral suture, which resulted in the complete separation of the suture. what's diet status of the something structure and the anterior post squamosal structure were also noted. However, these instances were not associated with complete displacement. Within the scientific literature, diatheses of cranial structures has been correlated with head trauma occurring during instances of child abuse. Dr. Kirsten further noted that the trauma was not present during radiographic examination of Elijah when he was 6 months of age. To see the level of healing observed would have taken at least several weeks. Therefore, Dr. Karsten notes that the trauma that was inflicted must have occurred between the timing of the cranial radiograph and at least several weeks prior to his death. On September 27, 2024, Dr. Hilary Pesca, a child abuse pediatrician with Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, reported that based on the information obtained through law enforcement investigations of Baur and Vang, victim child 1 is diagnostic for physical abuse, psychological, emotional maltreatment, and neglect. The doctor notes that the history provided by caregivers to law enforcement and messages to each other is consistent with torture, a type of child maltreatment characterized by physical assault or abuse, psychological maltreatment, and neglect resulting in prolonged emotional distressing pain and suffering, bodily injury, disfigurement, or dysfunction, and or death. Yeah, hit that one on the head. Dr. Pesca noted that Elijah experienced multiple types of maltreatment, including forced position holding, being made to stand without sitting for 1 to 3 hours at a time, and with his hands in a praying position multiple times a day, exposure to cold water / showers on at least 2 occasions, sleep deprivation, isolation from his mother, sisters, and others, and terrorizing. Dr. Pesca further indicated that victim child 1's presentation was consistent with supervisory neglect and physical neglect. Dr. Pesca explained that supervisory neglect includes young children left without supervision or left in the care of children who lack the judgment and maturity necessary to safely and appropriately react to an emergency. Dr. Pesca also reports that changing a diaper once a day would not be considered appropriate care and could cause discomfort, distress, and increase the risk of preventable infections. Yeah, and it could do a lot more mentally, I'm sure, too. The doctor indicates that Elijah experienced psychological, emotional maltreatment. She explained that caregiver behaviors, which are considered to be psychological or emotional maltreatment, include deprivation, ignoring, isolating, spurning, and terrorizing. Deprivation includes preventing a child from meeting basic needs such as sleep, ignoring is failing to respond to a child's need for stimulation, nutrients, and encouragement and protection. In the case Elijah was not allowed to play with toys, which a child needs to learn and develop normally, and was repeatedly subject to an environment where he was maltreated. Elijah was also isolated from having normal social interactions with other children and adults. This is really sad. He lived such a sad life. Elijah was spurned or belittled or repeatedly saying / implying and making him say he was not a good boy. Elijah was also terrorized when threatening with extreme punishments or creating a climate of terror by playing on his fears. Dr. Pesca explained that psychological emotional maltreatment damages a child and significantly increases the risk of adverse health, mental health, and emotional outcomes due to the direct and indirect effects of the maltreatment on the child's physical, psychological, cognitive, and emotional development. Dr. Pesca also reviewed the cell phone image taken by Baur on February 14th. Dr. Pesca notes that the areas of discoloration, particularly those on Elijah's neck and elbow, raised concern for bruising suggestive of fingertip contusions. She further noted that the large area of discoloration to the victim to Elijah's elbow appears to have a linear pattern which would not be typical or expected with an accidental fall. The doctor also discussed the healed fracture of the right zygomatic process that Dr. Karsten observed during his examination of Elijah's skull. Dr. Pesca indicated that facial bone fractures are typically caused by blunt force trauma or crush and would expect it to be extremely painful. He had little fractures on his face. On October 16th, 2024, Dr. Adam Kovac, chief examiner, and that's when he filed a report regarding victim child 1. Oh, so that's what we were waiting on the cause of death autopsy. I thought that we're going to get the autopsy soon, maybe, but I don't know if we'll get it or not because it's a child, and we don't need to get it if we don't need to hear it. I don't want to see any pictures. I would like to read it though. So it says that in his report, Dr. Kovac, whatever, indicates that the cause of death was homicide by unspecified means. So there was no blunt object to the head, I would think. Like they would be able to see that. So Dr. Kovac further noted that forensic anthropological analysis of Elijah's skeleton was performed by Dr. Jordan Karstens. Dr. Kovac noted that Dr. Karstens' report identified a healed fracture of the right zygomatic process, the cheekbone, which was estimated to be at least a few weeks old. That shit hurts. Coming from experience. I've had my whole cheek, my whole face broke, but that shit hurts. I hope the first day Katrina walks in the pen, the big house, when she gets to prison, hope someone just swings back on her and connects with the cheek. I do. I do. Call me petty university, but I would. The heel fracture was associated with an adjacent suture line. What's dyad? I don't even know what that means. We're going to read. Here it is. Okay. It's a medical term, abnormal separation of parts of the body that are normally joined together. Oh, that's what that word means. Okay, now we know. Well, I do. Okay, so it says, in this context, separation of previously fused suture lines and indicates trauma. Dr. Kovac explained how fractures of this type seen in the right zygomatic process can be consistent with physical abuse. It should be noted that the bones of children are more elastic than adult bones are and will bend much more than they break. As such, they require more relative force to fracture. Oh. And then this is the last page. The complainant is informed by the records of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Let's see. What is repeater? This is his repeating offenses. Okie dokie. He was convicted of a felony conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine on November 28th, 2017. Thing was sentenced to 72 months on January 14th, 2018, which time is excluded from the computation of the 5-year period under the sections. He was released from custody on February 4th, 2022. This is all the information they've been provided by. And I think that's it. As to Jesse Vang. Look at these charges. Look at these. We did have all of his mug shots. I need to find them. Okay. So 7/3/2002, fleeing an officer. 7/3, battery of a prisoner. 10/3, child abuse, intentional harm. Manufacture, delivering cocaine. 2005. I just graduated high school, but I see what you're doing. 4/17/2006, possesses cocaine again. Second and subsequent offender. Resisting obstructing an officer on 2007. 2009, felony bail jump. 2007, disorderly conduct. 2017, conspiring to distribute methamphetamine. As to Katrina Baur, 2011, disorderly conduct. 2016, disorderly conduct, use of dangerous weapon. Ooh. And then the 2017, operating while revoked, and then operating while revoked. Wow, you guys got a lot of stuff on you, They've got a lot of stuff they got to fight through. That took 2 hours to read. We did good. We did good. I knew it would take a little bit longer because I knew it was 18 pages, but I didn't realize it would take that long, actually. No, I did. I knew it would take a while. Now, I did want to go over Leilani's trial tonight. I wanted to go over, I can't think of Daniel Youngkin's testimony, the second half of his testimony. I think we could do that tomorrow sometime. And then I want to try to do a day live on my other channel too. So that's why I'm thinking here. Because I mean, we've got so many trials starting. We have so many trials starting. I should just like pick a couple. Good night. Good night, everybody. That's leaving already. But I said it's leaving already, but you can go. I'm not, that's all I had left. That's all I had. I think that we got everything. So they finally, filed these charges. That's the best that's the best that we could hope for right now. Now, I love the judge. He's a good judge. He's a real good judge. I hope they keep him. I hope that Elijah's father is able to get past something like this or move on or be able to have some sort of life after something like this. Because, he wasn't there to, what he's thinking. He wasn't there to protect his son. And that's because he was in jail, and I think that he probably, I would say any guy would probably blame themselves, but we got Jesse over here that just thinks that hitting kids and throwing them in cold showers is just all the things. That's just the thing that you're supposed to be doing. I'll make the background not move anymore. Hope that was a movable one too. But I think that's all I got for you. I'm going to go and relax. New jazzercise routines. You need to get like the leg warmers and everything. Meeting quick. Really? Oh gosh. Shh, there's some. Oh wait, I did see her. I did. Yes, I did see that part of the trial. That woman's nuts. She said she'll do it right here. Don't you do your voodoo stuff over here. But no, I did see that. And I did want to cover Daniel's testimony. It was like another 2 hours or something. But Richard Allen, I don't think there's cameras in his. Sarah Boone will be starting tomorrow. Now she has cameras in hers. She's not allowed her snackies. I don't know how she's going to feel about that. She might be in a bad mood tomorrow. But I am going to try to wake up early and see if maybe I can get on here and do one of these cases or something. So just keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. It's just like there's always someone weird in every case. Remember the egg lady? I'm going to bring her up every damn time I can because she's the best. And the Alec Murdaugh trial, someone brought in eggs for everybody, for the jurors. She got kicked off the jury because she was doing the mostest. And she's like, I'm not leaving without my eggs. And everyone's like, what? Like the whole, like everyone is like, what eggs? What? Oh, man. The egg lady, yeah. And then the Paul coming out and the mags and oh man. If he gets another trial, I would laugh. I would laugh about that. Just I would laugh at the fact that like we would have to listen to all that again. And I wouldn't want to. I did, DM. I had a really good birthday. Thanks for asking. It's about to end. I'm now 39. I don't feel any different. Don't like the age though. No, it's not. It's not too bad. What did I write down earlier? Oh, Riddler. I was like, I need to do something. But I do appreciate you guys all saying happy birthday to me today and stuff. It really meant a lot. It meant a lot. Mary Beth's gifts were extremely kind. Made me cry. Like extremely kind. You guys, I have a good chat. I have a really, really, really good chat. And I may not have, 500 of y'all in here, right? But the amount that we have is perfect for now, especially because we're all getting to know each other and we all are becoming a family, you know, and I love that for us. I love that for us. So thanks for being here. I do appreciate you guys being here tonight. I really do. I love y'all. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. If I don't see you, tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. So have a great Friday. If I don't see you, you know, Friday during the day, I'll see you Friday night. Bye, guys.